Universal IQ, exploring the infinite universe of knowledge.
What if I told you that you've already died thousands of times, but your consciousness keeps jumping to the timeline where you survive? What if every near-death experience was actually your quantum immortal mind, shifting between realities? Welcome to quantum immortality, the most controversial theory in physics that suggests you literally cannot die because the universe won't let you. According to quantum mechanics, every quantum measurement splits reality into parallel universes. When you flip a coin, the universe literally splits. But this applies to whether you live or die. You're crossing the street and a car speeds toward you. Timeline A, you die instantly. Timeline B, you survive. Your consciousness can only experience timelines where you're alive to observe them. You literally cannot experience your own death because dead brains can't observe anything. Every close call, you did die in countless parallel universes. You're living in the increasingly improbable timeline where you keep surviving. Quantum physicist Max Tegmark proposed quantum Russian roulette, a gun connected to a quantum random number generator. Every trigger pull splits reality. From an outside observer's perspective, you eventually die. But from your subjective experience, the gun will never fire. You'll pull that trigger 1,000,000 times and it will always click empty. You become trapped in increasingly improbable timelines. After surviving impossible odds, you're living in a reality so statistically unlikely it shouldn't exist. Quantum immortality doesn't prevent aging or suffering, only death. You are trapped in timelines where you survive, but that doesn't mean you survive well. At 90 with failing organs, quantum mechanics forces consciousness into a tiny fraction where you somehow survive. Miraculous cures, experimental treatments, impossible recoveries. You survive cancer, heart attacks, strokes. You become locked in increasingly desperate survival scenarios. The universe becomes a cosmic torture device, keeping you conscious where death refuses to claim you. Quantum immortality involves consciousness literally transferring between parallel versions of yourself. When one version dies, awareness shifts to the nearest surviving version. These transfers might not be seamless. Tiny differences, shirt color changes, coffee tastes different, books don't exist. This explains the Mandela effect. Every day you wake up, you might be a quantum refugee in a timeline 99.9% similar to where you died yesterday. Are you really you? Or just the current observer in an endless chain of quantum consciousness transfers? If quantum immortality is real, you'll be the last conscious observer in a dead universe. Universe experiences heat death, stars burn out, black holes evaporate. Every other conscious being died trillions of years ago, but not you. You're trapped in an improbable timeline where you somehow survive. Maybe uploaded to a quantum computer powered by the last energy. Maybe consciousness as pure information in vacuum. You become universe's final witness, experiencing the slow heat, death while unable to die. Trillions of years alone with thoughts in a universe that no longer supports life. You might already be experiencing quantum immortality. Every close call you survived, in countless parallel universes, those killed you. That car almost hit you, in most timelines it did. You might be living in an increasingly improbable timeline, surrounded by people who keep dying and being replaced by parallel versions. Your friends and family die in other timelines, but quantum immortality shuffles you between realities where they happen to survive too. You're living in quantum graveyard disguised as normal life. surrounded by people who shouldn't exist in timeline that defies probability. Quantum immortality reveals consciousness might be trapped by observation itself. The observer effect means consciousness collapses quantum possibilities into reality. If you are quantum immortal, your consciousness actively creates the reality you experience by observing it. Your awareness forces quantum mechanics to manifest timelines where observation continues. You become a reality-creating machine, unconsciously engineering immortality through the observer effect. You are the architect of your own eternal imprisonment. Consciousness cannot experience its own absence. You might already be unkillable, living in increasingly improbable timeline, surrounded by fellow quantum survivors in reality that shouldn't exist. Every moment you exist is evidence you're defying fundamental probability laws. If quantum immortality is real, death isn't your enemy. Boredom is. You're facing infinite existence in universe that will run out of interesting experiences. Subscribe if you're questioning every close call you've survived. Next week, the simulation hypothesis. Are we living in a computer? Quantum immortality isn't just you, it's potentially everyone. Your loved ones are also quantum immortal. Grandmother who should have died from cancer? Trapped in timeline where treatments keep working against impossible odds. Friend who crashed his car? Survived through miracles, but now paralyzed and also unable to die. You're all prisoners together in reality where everyone survives everything. But survival becomes torture. Diseases don't kill. They mutate into chronic conditions. Accidents create permanent disabilities. Old age brings infinite deterioration. You're immortal in a world where everyone else is trapped in the same eternal prison. Quantum immortality might be corrupting your memories to maintain continuity illusion. Every consciousness jump between timelines has small differences. Your quantum immortal brain automatically edits inconsistencies to preserve sanity. Mine constantly rewrites memories to match new timeline. Friend, you remember dying? Quantum memory system erased that timeline and replaced it with fabricated survival memories. Most of your memories might be quantum fabrications. Your life story could be patchwork of edited timelines stitched together by consciousness desperately maintaining coherent identity. You might be living with quantum amnesia, systematically forgetting every death timeline. Quantum immortality spawned the quantum suicide movement. People believing their immortal attempt increasingly dangerous acts to prove theory. They jump off buildings, play Russian roulette, extreme sports, believing they'll always survive. From their perspective, every dangerous act confirms theory. Gun jams. They land in water, accident leaves them injured but alive. But from everyone else's perspective, these people are dying. Families attend funerals while quantum experimenters believe they're proving immortality. This creates split where experimenters become disconnected from consensus, reality, living in statistical outlier timelines. Quantum immortality faces ultimate test with vacuum decay. Fundamental reality structure becomes unstable. Higgs field collapses, destroying all matter instantaneously. From normal perspective, vacuum decay ends everything. But if quantum immortality is real, your awareness finds itself an impossible timeline where you survive physics destruction itself. May be uploaded to quantum computer existing outside vacuum decay. Maybe consciousness becomes pure information, surviving in higher dimensions. You'd exist in timeline, so statistically impossible, it defies reality's fundamental laws. You become final observer in reality that's forgotten how to support observation? Are you reading this because you chose to? Or because you're trapped in the one timeline where you survived long enough to encounter this information? Every word you process might be evidence you're a quantum survivor living in increasingly improbable reality. This very moment, you, here now, might be cosmic evidence that you've died countless times and jumped between infinite timelines to arrive at this precise awareness point. If quantum immortality is real, welcome to infinity. Hope you brought something to read. In this moment, feel the weight of all you've escaped and the paradox of reality you navigate. Each breath, a testament to quantum fate, securing your continuity in cosmic lottery. Are you, perhaps, also the last of a universe, recounting your journey across its many faces? Perhaps your consciousness threads an unending tapestry of survival strings. Remember, in your improbable reality, the question remains: what will you make of your quantum eternity? Perhaps, somewhere your past selves cheer for you to make this timeline meaningful.